So I've had this idea rolling around in my head for a little while now, and so I finally decided to put it together. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy HeirOfGotham, and today I want to talk about a little topic that's near and dear to my heart, and let's talk about bucket lists. That's right, I said let's talk about bucket lists. So in case you guys didn't know, a bucket list is a list of things that people would like to accomplish before they kick the bucket, aka before they die. Kick the bucket actually came from, in the way in the past, when people were hung, they would be standing on a bucket while they had the rope attached, and then somebody would kick it out, and well, you could picture what would happen from there. Alright, that was a little gruesome. Alright, so essentially I've had my bucket list together for quite some time now, and while most of my bucket list does have to do with food, because I am a big foodie, I love trying variety and trying new foods, it's also consisted a lot of traveling the world, and I've spoken about this on a few of my videos actually. So first things first, before I get into my list, drop in the comment section, tell me if you guys have a bucket list already, and let me know if you've already begun accomplishing those things. So I'm a firm believer that you should not wait before you do something. You should take advantage of whatever time you have available to you in order to be able to accomplish your goals. And I don't mean goals like marriage, and I don't mean goals like having children and stuff like that. I actually mean things that may or may not be at the top of your list, but things that I personally feel would help me feel more accomplished. So with that said, I do want to tell you some things that I've already done from my bucket list, and I'll also tell you about some stuff I got left. So like I said, traveling is very important to me, and so I've had the opportunity, luckily, to be able to go to places like Costa Rica, where I was able to zip line through the rainforest, and we actually came to a waterfall, and I jumped off a waterfall. I swung from a rope that was hanging from a tree overlooking this little part just below the waterfall. It was pretty dope, and Costa Rica was a beautiful place to be at. Glad I got to go with some friends a few years back. So just like that, I accomplished 2 things on my bucket list. I've also been whitewater rafting, jet skiing, that kind of thing. Growing up, I've been a huge Disney fan. Growing up, I was a very big Disney fan. So I was fortunate enough to go to Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Been to Disneyland out in Anaheim, California. And I've also been to Tokyo Disney. That's right, Tokyo, Japan. How many people do you know personally that can say they've been to Tokyo, Japan, man? So yeah, love traveling. So a couple of other things. I actually visited as a child. I visited to Hong Kong while it was still under British rule, and I kind of want to go back. I want to see what's changed. Obviously my memory is going to be a little bit skewed because I was very young when it happened, but I do want to see how things have changed. That same trip, I actually climbed the steps for the ruins of St. Paul in Macau, China. That was amazing. Very nice place. Very beautiful. A lot of history. I've been cliff diving in Negril, Jamaica at Rick's Cafe. That was awesome. That was a few years back. That was like 2009. That was a great experience. I've actually various artists, like I've met Drake, I've met Nicki Minaj, I've met Linkin Park, I met Green Day, got their autograph, had their first album, the vinyl actually autographed, the album cover was autographed, so that was awesome. So a lot of things like that. Actually I'm very diverse when it comes to the type of music I like, so that's why you hear a couple of rappers and also a couple of bands as well. So some things I still have left. I would love to go parasailing. My next trip out of the country or to an area that's like a tropical area, I fully intend on doing that. I want to do parasailing. Hopefully I'll have a GoPro and I'll record and I'll share with you guys. So I would love to see New Zealand, the Kiwis over there, and I would love to go on a safari through Australia. That would be beautiful. It's always been a passion of mine to do that, and I just gotta plan it because it's such a long trip and it's so expensive. I also would love to go to Mardi Gras. That's actually a trip that's on the forefront of my mind right now. It's something that I'm looking forward to doing. Hopefully this Mardi Gras coming up. I would love to backpack through Europe, all sorts of areas in Europe. It's such a huge area, and I want to visit so many different places. That's going to be a little bit harder, probably a longer trip. I have a pretty good story. Drop in the comment section if you guys would like to hear the story about my Halloween in Vegas last October. Alright, that's going to wrap the video up, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out. Hope you enjoyed it. Free for all. Didn't really talk too much about the game. But, yeah, that's it. HeirOfGotham signing off.